Let's take a look at a template that I use a lot in my outsourced accounting business, one that takes sales from a tool like Shopify for a CPG type company, converts that into sales, COGS, inventory, booking that you can put into your general ledger. So in the front here, we've got our little cover page. It sets the dates, has a little bit of an overview and explanation of how the file works. But getting into the meat of it, we've got a stagnant data table that's really around our unit COGS. So in this instance, we're breaking down our COGS and inventory into product costs, freight costs, the commissions and fees associated with it, and then we have our different products here. So these are the per unit costs for each thing that we're selling. Great. Good that we have that as a foundation that we can then build in. Then next, we're pulling our data from Shopify. You could pull it from other tools and sources as you wish, but this one just be Shopify for us that we can go off as a baseline. You've got all your normal sort of data here, and you'll see what's great about Amalgam is we're pulling in a lot extra data that you're probably not getting in your normal pulls of CSVs directly from Shopify. But really the value here is the 10 cells or 10 columns that we have off to the left. Here I'm able to format my data that I can then use and compile for my journal entries into my GL. Here I'm standardizing the date so I know which month that I'm booking for. I can get my sales information in terms here. We've got gross sales, we've got our shipping income, the discounts we're pulling out, the capturing of sales tax, all of those types of things we're able to normalize. And then we're also able to put in the COGS per product. So we're using a lookup against our previous tab here, this stagnant data table. We're multiplying that by the number of units, getting our product COGS, our cost for freight, our fees and commissions. So all of our data that's going to get flowed into our journal entries will exist here. And then we have our journal entry template. So this is our Amalgam journal entry template. I've broken it into, in this case, 2 journal entries. I have one for sales, so you can see gross sales of products, the shipping income, discounts, things like that I just mentioned on the last tab. And then we also have our costs of goods sold and inventory. So the things that I showed you, we're summing up here in the last tab. You can see the product COGS that's being summed up into here, and the green cells represent what we're pulling from other tabs. And then lastly, just pulled in a balance sheet to use a check here. So it's not populated, but this is a placeholder you can use to make sure that all of your bookings are accurate and your balances are true. And this again is the Amalgam sales inventory COGS loading template.